Hi, sir.
Hi,
How are
how
you?
are you doing?
I'm good. I'm
I'm
good.
good, I'm good. Great. People have started joining in.
Yes, yes.
Let's
We'll
see.
just give like 5 minutes, 2 minutes of
Yeah,
conversation.
2 minutes too. Yeah,
Yeah,
yep, yep.
yeah, yeah.
Let people join in.
Yes. So what we'll do is we'll just record this session, and once it's recorded, I'll just publish it. That's it.
Yeah,
However it
sure.
is. Yeah.
Hmm.
If we want any clips or anything, we can then just download the a file and we can do that later.
For sure, for sure. Just let's just reconfirm we are audible to everyone. Are we audible to everyone? Please comment down if we are audible.
Hi Anna. Hi Lakshmi. Hi Kavya. Hi Lakshmi. Hi Pushpalata.
Lata.
Hi Be Yourself. Yup.
Yes, we got a confirmation there. We are both are audible.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Cool
Awesome. I
stuff.
guess 25 people have joined in.
25 people have joined
Uh,
us.
yeah.
So basically, the average people who join is around 200 or something. Um,
Hmm.
but we can still start and
We can
all
start. We
we
can
can
start
start.
like it's
Yeah. And every question,
for
I'll
sure.
just add that PCOS, PCOD, and thyroid in every question. So
Hmm.
if
Hmm.
anyone gets in middle, so they have the context on what we're talking about, right?
Surely.
And for people, just to clarify, this session is gonna be in English, and we have Utsav here today. And Utsav has been coaching people for I think last 10 years, right?
10 years.
10
10
years, and
years.
he has coached more than 3,000 people, and he even teaches people as well. He has a lot of experience. Basically, he has a lot of experience, and he has also trained the legend, which is me, for last 2 years. So yeah, I've been working with Utsav for a long time now. And yeah, that's the thing why I wanted to get him on this call, because he has immense knowledge, and I never felt like I need to change my coach or trainer. um, so even Utsav, you have even trained my mom, who
Yes.
has thyroid. So yeah, I think yeah, that's why you came first to my mind when I thought about this session. And cool,
Ah,
because you know why I'm doing this, because last I had a session yesterday and I forgot to introduce my friend. I completely
hmm.
forgot to introduce him. I just had the call and I started to chat with him, and someone later commented like, "Did you introduce your friend? Did I miss it?" I'm like, "Holy crap!
Yeah.
I forgot to introduce him." It's
I
new
get
to
it. I
me,
get it.
so
That's
yeah,
common. Yes, yes. Of course, of course. This happens. This
yes,
happens. But
yes,
thank you for the introduction itself. And here's a fun fact that, of course, I've trained more than 3,000 people. In to be more precise, even more than 3,800 people till now, offline and online included. And the fascinating part is, approximately 70% of them are women. So I've been
okay,
dealing with the same scenario, PCOS, PCOD, hyperthyroidism, that these are the quite common cases. Specifically, this is unfortunate. Recently, the cases have been increasing drastically because
yeah,
these are lifestyle modifications and these are lifestyle diseases. And because of that lifestyle, this is completely increasing
okay.
or completely increasing day by day. And that's been happening quite a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
get a
that's,
lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
comment on this thing. Even a lot of people even DM me on Instagram, like asking for this specifically. I'm like, okay, there are a lot of
Hmm.
people, so we have to discuss about this thing. So for
Absolutely.
people,
Absolutely.
today's concept
Mm.
is PCOS, PCOD, and thyroid. And this session is gonna be in English because Utsav is not from Karnataka, and Utsav don't know how to talk Kannada. So
Yeah.
because people are saying like talk in Kannada, if someone
Yes, I
doesn't
can
know,
read
that's
that. Yeah. Yeah.
how can you talk? I think English is better to understand. And once this session is done, what I can do is for people who want this in Kannada, I can just make another video separately translating this in Kannada and posting it for them. I guess just the highlighted points, right? Uh, cool. We have 64 people now. It's been
Yeah,
5 minutes since we started. I think we can start with the question and answer now.
definitely, definitely.
Right. So for people, I have a list of questions here. So I'll be asking him these questions, and even you get a chance to ask as well. So you guys can keep commenting your questions, and in between we can just switch from here to here. Right? We can do that. Cool stuff.
Yes, sure.
Okay. So the first question, the $1 million question: why is it harder to lose weight with PCOS, PCOD, or thyroid issues?
Okay. So this reminds me of a clip that was, if I'm not wrong, maybe Kapil Sharma show or some Coffee with Karan. So
Sara Ali
Sara Ali
Khan,
Khan.
yeah.
Yeah, Sara Ali Khan clip. That reminds me of that. So Sara Ali Khan was sitting there and then she was like, I have these conditions and because of this, I'm unable to lose weight. It's so hard for me. Then suddenly, Saif Ali Khan said, okay, it has nothing to do with the pizzas that you used to have.
Yeah,
Is it
that's correct. Yeah.
just your the syndrome? So
Mm,
being said that, definitely it gets harder. Definitely
mm,
it gets much harder for the people who have been dealing with PCOS, PCOD, or thyroid, any of those conditions.
mm-hmm.
Um, so also let me give another analogy. Uh, when we were in school, there are few students who were really good in mathematics, who were really good in science. That it comes naturally to them. It
Yeah,
was so easy for them to understand those concepts and excel in those subjects.
yeah.
Whereas there was few students who were struggling a lot because
Mm.
they do not have that critical
Hard
thinking,
wiring
or
kind of.
maybe just because it was not naturally that is coming to them.
Yeah,
Not just they were not putting the efforts, but it was not natural to them. At the
yeah.
same time, there was few students who were really good in sports, but
Yes.
the same student who were really good at good at in studies, but might not be good at sports at the same time.
Yeah.
So being entirely, so the people here, the similar thing they are doing for the students who are struggling in mathematics. You can think that you are struggling similar way you are struggling in losing weight or keeping the same weight off. But when you're working towards it, you're doing things right. 110%, you are gonna lose weight. You are gonna get the results. It's just
Mm,
that might get delayed, or you might have to put in more effort than someone who doesn't have that condition. Now
okay.
there is some distinctions in PCOS, PCOD, and thyroid. All of those. Let's talk about the PCOS and PCOD.
Mm-hmm.
PCOD is more common disease, and whereas PCOS it's a little rare and more serious.
Yeah.
There are more hormonal imbalances. There are more issues that comes with that. Androgenic responses are more, meaning male hormone that is more. PCOS is a complex disease,
Mm-hmm.
complex one.
Mm.
PCOD comparatively is easier to handle.
Okay.
So the ladies who are dealing with PCOS, it's get even tougher for them,
Mm-hmm.
even tougher than the PCOD. And that point of time, there are a lot of things we have to modify in the plans, their diet plan, workout plan to make sure that they are uh, going ahead. Now, when it comes to thyroid, we all know that there's a gland and which produces this hormone thyroid and all those things. There might be increase in that hormone, decrease in that hormone. Because of that, hyper and hypothyroidism happens. We're talking about hypo one, where
Mm.
this is a lack of it.
Yeah.
One major thing that happens in hypothyroidism is lack of energy. A
Mm.
person is not feeling energetic.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not feeling, just ask yourself. Let's say you do not have a good night's sleep. You're tired. You're not feeling good. Would you be able to perform the same the entire day? Would you be able to do the workouts? Would you have that intention to do the workout every single day? If you're, let's say, every single day you're waking up, you might, it's easier for you to quit than to continue.
Yeah.
So this is what is happening with them
Mm.
at that point of time. Where people who are struggling, they have a really lack of energy. They
Okay.
don't even know that how they could have felt without it
Mm-hmm.
so much with that the kind of energy. So that's where it get difficult for them to lose. Whereas we talk about, of course, it's a hormonal thing, but it's not as similar as PCOS as PCOD, where hormones are the reason which are not making you lose weight. Like say it
Mm-hmm.
is still impacting 20-30%. In
Mm.
thyroid, it is majorly because of that lack of energy that happens. Because you
Okay.
can't do much. When you're not feeling energetic, you can't do much. When you're not feeling your 100%, you can't do much. Just think about it. So that's what they're dealing with. So
Yeah.
it is true, like with this condition, the weight loss and our fat loss gets harder,
Mm.
but with right lifestyle modifications absolutely you can lose weight. Absolutely you can get fit. And there
Okay.
are a lot of testimonies. A lot of people have done that. A lot of ladies, a lot of male, females have done that.
Yeah. So it's a little harder, but it's achievable. So basically, it's achievable.
100%.
Yeah.
100% it is achievable, and similar kind of results is achievable. Maybe the duration increases for them.
Okay. And
Yeah, that also
among
there is a
these three,
maybe.
yeah. And among these three, like PCOS, PCOD, and thyroid, which is typically harder to lose weight?
PCOS.
PCOS. Okay.
PCOS is there are a lot of symptoms that comes. There are a lot of even I get surprised after training a lot of people that okay, these are the symptoms can come. For
Mm.
PCOS is the more serious complications are there.
Okay.
And at the same time they suffer the most.
They suffer the
They
most.
have some
Okay.
pains that they suffer the most, and it's rare condition comparatively.
Okay.
One third of female population suffer from PCOD, but PCOS is comparatively more rarer than that.
Okay. So is like
Yeah.
how is PCOD caused? Like is it completely hormonal or is it lifestyle based?
So you mean to ask that is it genetically
Is it
that way
yeah,
on you
yeah.
it
Is
can
it
be
lifestyle?
genetically it can be genetically, but at the same time in most of the cases it is because of the lifestyle, because
Okay.
your ovaries are not producing the eggs properly.
And how would
So that's
someone
it.
avoid it? Like, if you have that thing, like if you fix your lifestyle, you can stay away from it. So, what are the things that people have to avoid doing?
So now let's say there are the first thing is let's say your mother or your grandmother or in your family it runs through.
Mm.
Then it means that you're more susceptible to it. There is a
Okay.
genetic coding and you're more susceptible to. Do you know that? Okay, you're more susceptible. So from initial days itself, you have to be more aware about it. At the same time, there doing more constraints in terms of your eating habits on your lifestyle thing. You need to work out. You need to having a good lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, if you already have these conditions, you anyways need to make sure that you are eating on time, eating right, working out on a regular basis. These are the basic things that you have to follow. Now,
Mm-hmm.
there is one caveat when it comes to these conditions. There is something called insulin sensitivity, insulin
Yeah.
resistance.
Yeah.
That is common in all these things, all these
Mm-hmm.
cases.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where what it means is your body is not, if I oversimplify it, it's not exactly like that, but oversimplify it, your body is not metabolizing the carbohydrate right. They're not taking it the similar way a normal person is taking the carbohydrate.
Mm.
You are more susceptible to make that carbohydrate as a fat.
Okay.
For these percentages, they're more susceptible. So what it means is, let's say usually if you see even RDA guidelines, if you see in even Niti Aayog guidelines, what they
Mm-hmm.
say, eat eat approximately 50 to 60% of carbohydrate in your diet,
Mm-hmm.
20% of fat and rest protein, something around that, those recommendation, even though the protein recommendation is less what they mention.
Mm.
But at the same time, for the people, what we have seen is they perform better, their body respond better at lesser amount of carbohydrate,
Okay.
traditionally. So they, in their entire life, ideally, they should be eating a little less carbohydrate. And that's where the issue comes. Because if we see our diet, entire India, we are
Mm.
very high
High
rich
in
on
carbohydrate.
carbohydrates. We eat a
Yeah.
lot of carbs.
Yeah.
There are meals which are 90% carbs, 95%
Yes. Yes.
carbs. We're
Yes.
eating a lot of carbs.
Yes.
That's where this issue increases. That's why the cases are also increasing.
Mm-hmm.
Especially we see in South, right? A
Yeah.
lot of in every meal there is a huge amount of carbohydrates. Huge
Yes.
amount of let's just take an example, ragi balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just an example.
Mm.
Such a high carbohydrate meal. Of
Yes.
course, if you're cutting it down to quantities, that's okay to have, but such a
Mm-hmm.
high carbohydrate quantities, and
Mm-hmm.
that can cause we are very such high carbohydrate quantities can impact. Now, I mentioned carbohydrates. That doesn't mean that you have to cut out the carbohydrates completely. No,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to cut down the carbohydrates completely. Just have to balance it out. Just have to according to eat according to your body.
Mm-hmm.
Eat other certain quantities, lesser quantities what you have been maybe eating. If it is not working out for you, you might have to cut down on that. Specific, not entirely. Though, if you think that okay, cutting down entirely it will help, that is also not gonna help. It has to be
Okay.
there because carbohydrates is the direct source of energy
Mm-hmm.
for your body, for your brain. It's a
Yes.
direct source of energy, the first source of energy. There's a most efficient source of energy.
Yeah.
Just think of it. If you cut it down entirely, the body will not be able to get the energy in a similar way that it should
Mm.
be getting, ideally it should be getting. Like your body is working on different backup. Let's say we have electricity at home.
Mm.
There's one connection, there's a second connection, there's a backup. Backup is
Yeah.
for backups. It's
Yes.
not it cannot give you the same kind of energy that the main source can give you.
Got it. Got it. Okay. And when someone like gains weight with these conditions, like how much is due to hormones and how much is due to their lifestyle? Like as we talked about Sara Ali Khan, like a lot of people, what I've seen is they do gain weight. They do have a struggle with losing weight, but what they do is they completely entirely blame it on like PCOS, PCOD, and completely ignore the fact that they're eating too much or they're stuffing too much in them. Like, what do you think about that? How much is the percentage split
Hmm.
like contribute?
So it gets very difficult to understand that how much it will we can blame to PCOS, how much we can blame to it. That's why I said that this is the condition. You have to think about it. This is there. Now
Mm-hmm.
to work around it. We can't do anything about it because this is something is already there.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to we can say that okay, your eating habits is wrong. That's why you are not losing weight on yourself. But at the same time, because of these conditions, there is increase in cravings, increase
Mm.
in
Sugar
hunger also
cravings.
sometimes.
Okay.
Sugar cravings, hunger,
Yeah.
and because of this condition. But at
Because
the
of
same time, opposite is also true. This might not be because of condition. You are just having it out of boredom, maybe
okay.
not because of. And now that differentiating is very difficult for the people. What I have seen in my training, if you
Mm-hmm.
keep blaming, okay, this is because of this, you're not gonna change. I've seen whatever the number of people who have blamed their weight on the PCOS, PCOD, or these conditions, they have not changed. They keep blaming on it because
Mm-hmm.
when they are eating, let's say eating a chocolate cake, they are justifying it because of this condition. I'm eating this, so
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
justifying it. It's already justified in their mind. I'm
Okay.
eating this. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
this can be because of it, but if you're justifying it at the same time, it is gonna get impacted. You
Basically, they've
gonna have
surrendered.
it.
Yeah.
They've surrendered to this condition. Okay, this is the case, and they're
Mm.
accepted it also at the same time. They want to change, but they're at the same time accepted that okay, I'm eating it because of this condition. But at the same time, when you have this condition and that condition is making you eat the cake,
Mm-hmm.
but you're still controlling the portion size. You're still thinking, saying that, okay, if I have this for the next entire week, I'm not gonna have the cake, whatever so happens.
Mm-hmm.
If you're maintaining that balance, you're still able to lose weight. You're still able to balance it out overall.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And there's
both
one
the
interesting question. There's
yeah.
one interesting question. I just when I was sitting, I saw that someone asked that how you will identify it's a PCOD or something.
Yes. Yes.
So this is a really interesting question here. Now there are overlapping symptoms in it, like PCOS, PCOD. There are overlapping symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
Even hypothyroidism. A lot of times it is not diagnosed well that
Yeah.
what it is. So that's why it's always recommended to go to a good doctor where they are understanding your symptoms, understanding everything, giving you a time, not
Mm-hmm.
just saying, okay, you have a little bit of facial hair, you have a little bit of this, or you have a PCOD or whatever condition it is. There are
Mm-hmm.
even times when you don't have PCOD, but because of the, let's say, a highly stressful month or 2 months, or because of some other reasons that stress is going on in your life, you
Mm-hmm.
have those conditions temporarily, hormonal imbalances. That might all be the case, and the doctor might have told you that okay, this is PCOD. And the
Okay.
opposite also true. You have PCOD, but they're not diagnosing it well. The only
Mm-hmm.
thing what I would recommend in that case, go to a doctor, spend some time with them. Go to that doctor which can give you some time, understand the
Sometime.
symptoms,
Yeah.
spend some time with you, and then okay, tell you that yeah, this is the what condition you have.
Okay.
So this is an interesting question, and that they have to look at your family history. Without that, so if
Mm-hmm.
your doctor is not taking family history into account,
Mm.
then they are not diagnosing it right. Sorry to say that, but that's the truth. They need to ask you that okay, what's your family history is also there because like I mentioned that it is also there. It is in our cells also DNA cells and it
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
genetic coding. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. And also, a lot of people struggle with belly fat issue when it comes to these conditions. Like, is it mainly like hormonal or is it like genetic or body structure?
I didn't get your question. Can you please repeat that?
Yeah. So many of women with PCOD, PCOS, and thyroid struggle with belly fat. And like, is it hormonal or is it because of the genetic or the body structure?
So this is a lot of ladies store fat at different areas. Like can be buttock, it can be thighs, it can be arms. Also, you have seen a lot of ladies, especially in India, you've seen that a lot
Yeah.
of fat around the arms itself.
Yeah.
So it is related to their body type itself, that how their body is storing fat, a certain the subcutaneous fat that
Mm-hmm.
we have, and it's that too around the stomach is specifically itself. That is completely dependent on how your body is deciding to store the fat. There's no such, because of the conditions, it is not impacting. But being said that, there's one interesting thing around it. We Indians, we Indians, male or female included, we Indians are more susceptible to gaining fat around the belly.
Okay. So
That's our body type itself.
genetic.
That's have been the case. That's been seen in the case. So
Yeah.
what happens is a 20% body fat American, a
Mm-hmm.
20% body fat Indian.
Mm-hmm.
The 20% body fat American will have lesser fat around the stomach, 110% abdominal.
Yes. Yes.
I'm talking about no, exceptions are there, but I'm talking about in general average. Whereas the 20% body fat, male or female for that matter, female is 30% because 10% extra in
Yeah.
the female body
Mm-hmm.
fat. So 30%, let's say female, they will be having more fat around the stomach.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about more context in India specific, because the thing is, we genetically we are more susceptible to PCOS, PCOD, hypothyroidism, diabetes.
Yeah.
We are more susceptible to all these conditions
Yeah.
than any other race in general. We are more susceptible
Yes.
to
So we
having
cannot
all these
ignore that
conditions.
genetic factor, right? Because, like as you said, even
Hmm.
I've seen a lot of people here, like in Europe as well.
In
Like,
Ireland, yeah. Huh.
yeah, like the way their body holds fat is completely different. For me, I struggle. Like, even if I'm 12%, 13%, I still am holding a little fat on my abdomen. Like, as you know
Yeah.
that. So it's very
Yes.
hard for us to lose
Absolutely.
fat. Yeah, and
Absolutely.
we'll also clear that spot reduction is not possible for fat loss. You cannot spot reduce fat. You cannot do abdomen and reduce fat. You can do abdomen and build muscle, but you cannot reduce fat, because I
Absolutely.
get
It
a lot
is
of question
is
on
there.
that. Yeah.
100%. And you can only lose, your body will decide where it wants to lose fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If someone loses fat, loses weight, can it reverse or improve PCOD, PCOS, or thyroid symptoms?
Now, usually, like because of the medical restrictions, we can't say reverse.
Mm-hmm.
But in my practice, many cases it has reversed.
Okay.
Many cases it has reversed, because but we can't say it like I can't promote it like that. Okay, I have helped people reversing it, and you can join me. I
Mm-hmm.
can't promote it like that because of medical restrictions,
Yeah.
legal guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
But in my practice, I have seen people, and there are studies, a lot of studies which showed that you can reverse it, you can completely get rid of it, entirely get rid of it.
Entirely.
And
Okay.
entirely. And here's a fun fact. Again, here is a fun fact. uh if let's say a mother, if a girl is getting rid of these conditions, PCOS, let's say their family have this genetic coding, let's say
Mm-hmm.
have the PCOS, PCOD, hypothyroidism, and let's say there is a girl who have gotten rid of all those conditions, lost weight, get rid of leading healthy lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
She's breaking the chain. Her
Okay.
daughter and upcoming generations are saved.
Okay.
So not just that, there is on the cellular level, there is a
Mm-hmm.
modification.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you losing weight, healthy lifestyle, not just helping her upcoming generations also.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so interesting on that they can lose weight, and yeah, make sure that your upcoming generations at the is safe with those conditions.
Yeah. That's really good to hear. And also, like symptoms like facial hair, acne, and irregular periods are common. So, are these purely hormonal, and how can someone fix those things?
Yeah, purely, first of all, this is purely hormonal. Specifically, if you talk about facial hair, let's talk about the facial hair.
Mm-hmm.
That's androgenic response. So that is majorly increase in male hormone.
Yeah.
So the people who were the ladies who are suffering from PCOS, PCOD have high testosterone. Testosterone is a male hormone.
Yeah.
There are certain amount of testosterone in females.
Mm-hmm.
A little certain amount of testosterone. There's a limit to it, and if they hit the ceiling, they're a high testosterone. We call it.
Mm.
So again, an interesting part because of this high testosterone levels, because of this increase in testosterone, sometimes they usually perform better in strength training also. That's a
Okay.
off-topic thing, but they perform a little bit better in the even though high estrogen also helps in the weight training, but because of this itself, they actually perform a little bit better in strength training. But coming to that, the facial hair completely depends. This is a hormonal thing. It's an androgen male hormone response, and with right diet,
Okay.
with workout on a regular basis, good sleep, stress management, all these conditions can be taken care of, and this the hormonal imbalance can be taken care of.
Okay.
The hormonal imbalances goes down, goes away itself. So these things goes away itself. At the same time, what are the other conditions you mentioned, Dushile?
Acne and irregular
Acne.
periods.
Yeah, acne, when it comes to the acne itself, so it gets very difficult to differentiate this acne is because of the hormones or because of your eating, just because of eating habits most of the time. So if
Mm-hmm.
your eating habits is very good, you're eating good, eating healthy, cleaner food. When I say cleaner food, it means not very highly processed food. At the same time, you're getting some organic produce and all those cleaner food. In that case, if you have a lot of those, so because of the hormone imbalances, if you have the acne and stuff, you might have to take some medicines that comes, and that is necessary. Like you can't avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
Your doctor only can recommend you those medicines, but you need to take those medicines to cure those acnes if your lifestyle is right. If you're
Mm.
taking good care of it, and there is a possibility, even if your lifestyle is right, still you can have those
Okay.
acne breakouts also, even
Mm.
though your lifestyle is very good. It still is, and then you have to take the medicine. There are no other solution, at least till now.
Mm-hmm.
That is there. And acne. What was the third thing? Sorry.
Irregular periods. We
Irregular
also got
periods
a
is a
lot of
condition.
question on the
Huh.
comments as
Huh.
well regarding the periods. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So when it comes to the irregular periods, it is a condition of PCOS or PCOD in both of the cases. In PCOD, what is happening is your body is producing or producing eggs because female body produces eggs on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
But that is important for reproduction. That's the most beautiful thing that can happen in the earth, the creation of life. And they're producing egg. In that condition, the eggs is not they're not able to make properly making those proper eggs itself, and that's where this hormonal imbalances is happening, and
Mm-hmm.
that's where the irregular periods are also happening because the cycle is not right in their condition in their case itself.
Okay.
This is entirely and this is a completely dependent on their hormones and stuff.
Mm.
Irregular periods can be dealt with medication plus good lifestyle, plus at the same time working on a regular basis. Workout is so underrated tool to manage cycles. If you have irregular periods in any condition, PCOD, PCOS, or in general. In general,
Mm-hmm.
also there can because of the stress and everything, irregular periods can happen.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, just think about it. Irregular periods. Irregular periods can be taken care of just with strength training. If you're working out on a regular basis, doing strength training on a regular basis, it can help in regulating it. So cycle can be regulated if it's let's say too short, 24 days. It
Mm.
can 24 days, 24 days is also healthy, by the way. 22 days, let's say 22 days. It's coming early. Then
Mm-hmm.
also it can elongate the duration. If it is coming too late, let's say their cycle is 45 days also in some cases. So it can help reducing that also gap. Working out, it's such an underrated tool to manage and there are a lot of studies around it that your work without your peers, the cycle can be regulated with the help of workout. No other interventions. There are studies which shows that no other intervention was done. Nothing else changed.
Nothing has changed.
Everything else remained same. Working out improved everything.
That's really good to
Improved
hear.
everything.
Like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's very
yeah.
underrated to be honest. Yeah.
Very underrated. There is another supplement called inositol. I can say that, of course, you need to consult to your doctor before taking it. Inositol, that also helps a lot in what I've seen with my clients. It works really well for the
Okay.
PCOS and PCOD girls. It helps a lot. At the same time, I know one case where each time she took inositol, she vomited, nauseatic. Her
Oh.
doctor only recommended. I was not the one who recommended.
Mm-hmm.
Her doctor recommended to take it. She is in Texas. Her doctor recommended to have the inositol, and there is certain doses. She was taking half of that dose, what the
Okay.
doctor recommended.
Yeah.
Because when she came to me, I said, you can start, of course, but maybe take the half of the doses. Even at half doses, she was vomiting, and the doctor completely said to stop her.
Mm.
But in most of the cases, it helps a lot because it helps in insulin sensitivity also in
Mm.
PCOS and PCOD, in regulating the cycle and
Mm.
energy wise. Like also, it helps in making sure that you are feeling energetic throughout the day. So
Oh,
inositol supplementation can help. Can
okay.
might help. Consult with the
Consult your
doctor,
doctor.
and it's a over the counter thing. It's a over the counter. It's not like you need a
It's not
prescription
prescribed
for
or
it.
anything.
You can get it online also. It's a over the
Okay.
counter drug. Easily you can get it. And but you do consult with your doctor
Anyhow,
before
consult the
taking
doctor
it.
first.
You
Yeah.
can anyhow consult your doctor first to before taking inositol.
Yeah.
Because like I mentioned, there was one case where this lady felt nauseatic each time,
No.
and it was the inositol because everything else remained same.
Mm.
Whenever she was taking, she was vomiting, feeling nauseatic.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So now that we have discussed the issues, now let's talk on the fix and things, right? So what is the best diet approach for people with PCOD, PCOS, or thyroid? Like, is it intermittent fasting, keto, or a regular balanced calorie deficit diet?
Hmm. I'll start with intermittent fasting.
Mm.
I'll start with intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is fasting for this is 16 is to 8 ratio. 16 hours you are fasting, 8 hours you are eating.
Yeah.
Uh, in general, it does nothing to this condition, PCOS, PCOD. It's just that your food consumption reduces. Because if you're eating on a regular basis, if you're eating in a, let's say, you're eating 14 hours you're eating, rest of the 10 hours you're not eating. In
Yeah.
14 hours, there are high chances you'll consume more food in those
Mhm.
14 hour window.
Yeah.
Now your window is smaller. You're just eating 8 hours. Your caloric intake reduces, and that reduction can help. Ideally, people, for the ladies who are suffering of PCOS, PCOD, or even thyroid for that matter, ideally their body needs lesser amount of calories.
Okay.
So this indirectly can help because they will gonna eat lesser amount of food. If you're
Mm.
eating lesser amount of food in that 8 hour window, then that intermittent fasting indirectly can help.
Yeah.
And there is no such pros to it apart from, and there's no cons to it. You
Mm.
can definitely try intermittent fasting. It can be a good solution of the people who just want to restrict their calories in timing wise. So
Okay.
that can be a good option first, because when they know that okay, I don't have to eat, there are
Mm.
chances that they might skip even when they have those cravings. They might skip completely,
Okay.
avoid having it.
And in this
So that's
intermittent
yeah.
fasting, like, do people have to count the calories or they can eat like what they want in that window? How does that work?
They have to count the calorie. If you eat whatever you want to have, again, you're gonna completely fail because again, you are gonna do the same thing. You're gonna eat a lot of food. You
Yeah.
think, okay, I just have 8 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might can have get that concept. Oh yeah, I just have that 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That scarcity concept. I just have that 8 hours. I have to take it completely, eat fast. So you might even do it opposite of it. So it's better to count calories, or maybe just have a rough idea how much food you're consuming.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when it comes to keto,
Mm.
now this part is interesting. Like I mentioned earlier, low carb,
Low
having
carb.
lesser carbohydrates is
Yeah.
better. In the all these three conditions is better.
Yeah.
That you have lesser carbs. Not that much in hypothyroidism, but PCOS, PCOD is better.
Mm-hmm.
You have lesser amount of carbohydrate. Let's say ideal recommendation is 60% of carbohydrate. You are eating 50%. That's 10% more reduction on carbohydrate in the entire meal.
Mm-hmm.
This is much better. But this doesn't mean you follow the ketogenic diet, because keto diet can help you initially.
Mm-hmm.
It's unsustainable for you. You
Okay.
end up eating more, you end up having more hunger issues, you end up having more cravings after you leave keto. And
Mm.
keto you can't do lifetime unless and until you are a very heavy meat eater, or you're following some Australian kind of a diet where they're anyways naturally more towards meat and everything. They eat very comparatively lesser carbohydrate than other. races.
Yeah.
So ketogenic diet can only make sense in a very small population where they are very dependent on meat a lot. For
Mm-hmm.
otherwise, it is not gonna work. And another thing is that your entire energy system changes. So
Mm-hmm.
right now it's called glycolysis, where you're getting energy from carbohydrate. You're eating carbohydrate, it's getting into glucose, and your body is taking the energy from this.
Mm-hmm.
And in the other ketogenic diet, there will be gluconeogenesis. What is going to happen is your body is going to take the energy from fats, and
Mm-hmm.
that's an inefficient model. That's
Mm-hmm.
not that efficient for our bodies to take energy from carbohydrate. Initially, you might feel very good,
Mm-hmm.
but over the course of time, that's not the most efficient way to take the energy. You have and you start when once you start craving for carbohydrate, once you start craving for those things, it's very difficult to control. And when it gets very difficult to control, that's where the you know that okay, this is not the right thing you did.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of cases where they have rebounded. They lost a lot of weight, they got
Even
fit,
worse.
rebounded worse, and
Yeah.
they're unable to follow anything.
Yeah.
Not just keto, but not just about keto. They're unable to follow the low carb diet, high carb diet. They're unable to follow.
Mm-hmm.
So ketogenic diet I would say that it's better to avoid than
Better to
have
avoid.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a kind of quick fix if you see, because initially because of once you cut the carbohydrate, each gram of carbohydrate holds 3 molecule of water. So
Mm.
when you cut the carbohydrate from your entire body,
Water weight you will lose.
your water weight goes immediately for
Mm.
in a first 2 weeks itself. So you feel so good. Okay, I lost a sort, and you see a drop in the number, and you feel so good. But
Yeah.
eventually, it comes back.
Yeah. Yeah. And what about you think a balanced calorie deficit where they're having like lesser carb than usual? That's the best way to do it, right? And intermittent fasting can also
Yes.
help. Yeah.
Intermittent fasting is also can also help, and the best way I would say is to count your calories, how much food you're eating. First
Mm-hmm.
of all, do this practice. You should know how much food you are currently eating.
Currently
Count
eating.
that.
Yeah.
Currently eating. Count that and see how much carbohydrates is there, how much fats is there, how much protein is there.
Mm.
Then, with most probably you're eating lesser protein. Increase the protein.
Mm-hmm.
Increase the protein, keeping the calories same. So when you increase the any one thing, the carbohydrate has to go down.
Yes.
Let's say fat remains same. Let's say carbohydrate goes down, then start cutting the carbohydrate. You're eating, let's say, 3 bowls of rice. When I say 3 small bowls of rice, let's say in one sitting,
Mm-hmm.
cut down one bowl. Just eat 2 bowls of rice.
Yeah.
And one very important thing now, add a lot of fiber into it so that you feel full all the time.
Yeah.
Add a lot of fiber to it, add a lot of vegetables to it. That's the right approach to it, and your body will thank you. Because on the other factor is when you're eating
Mm-hmm.
more fiber in general, your body respond much better, your gut responds much better, and because of the gut is feeling happier,
Mm-hmm.
your hormone profile is also better. This also we have seen when your gut is your digestion, your gut is better, the
Mm-hmm.
hormone profile is comparatively better, and because of that, you entirely will help. So indirectly, I can say eating more fiber can even help you in your periods if we
Mm-hmm.
correlate all those things. So eating
Okay.
more fiber is one of the topmost thing that I would recommend. Of course, protein is there.
Protein.
Everybody would be telling you to eat more protein. That is for sure is there, but more fiber is something that you should be targeting, and each and every meal try to incorporate. That's where your fiber intake goes up. Try to
Mm-hmm.
incorporate, try to maximize in each meal.
Got it. Okay. And should women with PCOS, PCOD, or thyroid avoid dairy, gluten, or soy, or are these just myth? Like, is there anything like that?
All of those completely are myth,
Mm-hmm.
completely myth. When it comes first, let's take the dairy.
Mm-hmm.
There is no evidence that dairy can impact your hormone profile. If the milk is adulterated, there is some such certain, because they say that okay, milk has a cow DNA and it can be modified and all of the etc etc etc. It doesn't impact our bodies directly as such.
Mm.
If is our milk is of good quality, you don't have to worry about it. Keep taking the milk. It's not gonna impact as such to you, and it's not gonna impact your hormonal profile. there are cases where a person have lactose intolerance or a mild lactose intolerance. Now, when a person have lactose intolerance, they have milk, they have immediately they have flatulence, they have diarrhea, whatever, they get to know about it. The
Mm-hmm.
people who have mild lactose intolerance, that's where the issue comes because they don't able they were unable to figure it out immediately.
Okay.
Immediately they would get the symptom. So if
Mm-hmm.
you that's again, and there's no test. There are intolerances test, but those are also bullshit. That doesn't this just is
Yeah,
14,
yeah,
15,000 and doesn't do as such nothing.
yeah.
So you have to find out, okay, this milk is working for me. If you have a mild lactose intolerance, then also completely avoid dairy. It's
Mm-hmm.
better to avoid dairy because when I said one thing, if your gut is happy, your hormones is better. When your
Yeah.
gut is not happy, your
Mm-hmm.
digestion system, small intestine, all those is not good, your hormone profile will get impacted. So
Mm-hmm.
that way, indirectly, it can happen. So dairy indirectly can. So that's where a lot of times we also recommend that you cut out dairy completely and see
Mm-hmm.
how you're feeling for a few days.
Okay.
If your digestion gets much better, if you feel much better, I guess you might be having a mild lactose intolerance.
Okay.
In those cases, they should be avoiding milk. Otherwise, in general, directly it doesn't impact.
Okay, so it's better for people to self-diagnose these kind of things, like
Yeah,
experiment on yourself, like
yeah,
stop certain food items for a while and see how your body is responding, and then you can add it back and see if there is any change or if it stays the same. So
yes,
it's
yes,
always better to do it on yourself and diagnose yourself. And are
yeah.
there any specific food category or something that these people should avoid? Is there anything like that?
Specific food category, I would say highly processed food, anything like chips and all those things, highly processed, whatever is highly processed,
Yeah,
high in sodium. Again, chips and those kind of a thing, high in sodium,
eating
whatever is has
outside.
high in sodium, and even frozen. A lot of some other frozen food is quite high in sodium to preserve it.
Mm,
So high in sodium food, eating out, of course, high in sodium, highly processed food, a lot sugar because again insulin sensitivity, insulin resistance, and a lot of carbohydrate at once.
mm,
Sugar, ideally sugar. I'm not saying that sugar directly impacts. It's just that when I say sugar, it doesn't mean the table sugar. When I say sugar, it means the desserts and all those things which have a lot high amount of sugar.
amount of
So
sugar.
that's what I mean. So sugar, ideally they should be avoiding. Apart from that, they can eat everything.
Mm,
Like you mentioned about the soya part, soya is also fine to have.
mm,
Soya doesn't impact the hormones directly. It doesn't
mm,
happen that way.
mm.
When soya is processed, it doesn't do anything. In fact, like it has phytoestrogen, and that can impact the
Phytoestrogen.
hormone profile.
Yeah,
But you have to consume a very high quantity of soya. No
yeah,
does that. Soya
yeah,
is also absolutely fine.
yeah.
Cook it well and you're fine with it.
Yeah.
That's where one another part comes for the especially for the people who have hypothyroidism should ideally avoid having raw vegetables.
Raw vegetables. Okay.
Raw cruciferous vegetables, the leafy vegetables, they should not be
Cauliflower
having
and
raw.
spread.
Ideally, yeah, like spinach and all those baby
Cabbage.
spinach and everything. Yeah, yeah, a cabbage.
Yeah,
Cabbage
cabbage.
is actually an example. So usually in our culture, we usually don't have it raw. We have
Mm.
it, we cook it very well.
Cook it very
That's
well.
what we should be doing. That we cook it very well
Hmm.
at high temperature. If you're doing that, is okay, but don't have the raw cruciferous vegetables.
Okay.
For the people who have hypothyroidism, that's the one thing I would recommend. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
And okay, we've done the 10. So, what type of exercise is best for people with PCOS, PCOD, and thyroid? Is it cardio, strength training, or a mix of both?
Strength training. Strength training is the
Strength
top
training, right?
for
Yeah.
them. Like so many studies, strength training. If you're, let's say, if you have 30, 40 minutes and you have to optimize. Just do strength training, only
Yeah.
strength training, nothing else. If you
Mm.
have 30, 40 minutes, if you have 1 hour or more than 1 hour, combine it. 30, 40 minutes of strength training and rest cardio.
Okay.
That would be the best approach. So it depends on person to person. If you have comparatively more time, then you can do concurrent training. When I say concurrent training, it means cardio plus strength training.
Yeah.
But if you don't have this thing, don't have much time, then optimize your strength training. So many studies.
Mm-hmm.
Strengthening helps in your regulating the hormones. Strengthening helps in preserving the muscle mass. That eventually helps you in regulating your hormones. Strengthening helps you with your even your even for that matter your brain. For your
Yeah.
brain also is really good. Prefrontal cortex coordination stability is so good, and so strengthening would be at top for the ladies do your iron level for that matter, and then comes the uh, cardio and other parts. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying skip cardio, but if you just have 30-40 minutes and you need to optimize, do the strength training alone.
Just in
If
training.
you have more time, then you can do a concurrent training.
Yeah, because like I've seen a lot of people, like especially women, like they're afraid to touch weights. Like
Hmm.
they go for all kind of cardio based workouts. Like,
Hmm.
and even in India, when I go to India, when I go to a gym, I see these trainers like making people move a lot. Like just keep them jumping or just keep moving them a lot,
Hmm.
and they're drenched in sweat. They're like I don't know, like they're always tired, they're drenched in sweat, they're moving a lot. I'm like, can you please tell, like, do lift weight? You won't look bulky, you won't gain like massive amount of muscle. It's very hard for us to gain as men. And yeah, I think women should
I
lift
would
weight.
I would say just search on Google Disha Patani. Whenever you think about you're gonna get bulky with strength training,
Yeah.
or Moni Roy or Pasha Bashu. Any of these, just search that. They do
Yeah.
a lot of strength training. Their
Yeah.
strength training protocol has a lot of strength training.
Yes.
They do a lot of those unless and until you are on those steroids, on human growth hormones,
Hormones.
on testosterone, that male hormone. Unless until you're not on those things, you're not gonna gain muscle mass just like men. Male and female bodies are quite different. In fact, anything which strengthening will do, increase your iron levels, help you regulating your hormones, help you regulating your cycles, helps you gaining some strength, increase strength that you can do more work entirely. At the same time, it is making you look leaner.
Mm-hmm.
Your body should, there is a certain kind of a shape or a muscles have. It will gonna make it even leaner. It is gonna make it compact. In
Yeah.
that you will look more packed. That
Yes.
is getting leaner. You will be leaner for that matter. So strengthening is gonna help you in that. Is gonna not gonna make you as such bulkier. You have to intentionally do something else to get
Yes.
that bulkier. Yeah,
Which is not natural. Yeah.
natural.
Yes. And I have a last question left. So before that, I'll just let the audience know that I have last question left. If you have any questions, comment it in the comment section. So once we are done with this question, we'll get to all the comments. Okay. We'll come from the top and we'll start answering the comments. It will take like 5 to 10 minutes answering the comments, I guess, because we've already answered a lot. Um, so how important are sleep and stress management in improving these conditions?
Uh, Now, when it comes to the sleep part, that is, if whatever we discuss about right now, whatever have you have discussed, I've given you tips. The number one would be about sleep.
Okay.
Sleep is the first thing that you should work on. If your sleep is not right, you'll not be able to recover. When you're not able to recover, your hormonals will go on a toss because there is a 24-hour cycle we follow. This is called
Mm-hmm.
circadian rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Circadian rhythm, that rhythm has to follow in a certain way. For example, sunflowers. Sunflowers also, like when they see the sun, they
The bloom.
bloom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the circadian rhythm also they have, that whenever there is a sunlight, they bloom. And there are studies which have shown that even when they're used to doing that without the sun also they will bloom because they are used to doing that because there is a cycle inside there.
Mm-hmm.
Similar way, we also have a cycle. There's a circadian rhythm, and that rhythm has to follow through. And the major part how it can be regulated is by sleep. So your hormones highly dependent on sleep. And whatever we discussed about till now in the session, we have seen that how important those hormones are. That's because of all the symptoms are coming because there is irregularity in the hormones.
Yeah.
All the issues are coming irregularity hormones. The topmost thing that you can do for yourself is good sleep. Now, how do you know that there is a good sleep? Very basic thing. Make sure that you're sleeping on same time,
Mm-hmm.
waking up at same time, And that time should be minimum 7.5 hours plus if you're 8, 19 plus. If you're 13 to 19, if for a teenager, we recommend 9 hours minimum.
Mm-hmm.
13 to 19. For 19, if you're 19 up and above, your sleep should be 7.5 hours every single day, and sleeping and waking up should be at the same time. So if you're doing that, your hormones will be regulated, your body cycle would be pretty good, pretty decent itself. And keep your room dark, cool, all those things are definitely the small this. But if you're following these two things, if you're doing on a regular basis, your hormonal profile will be much better
Mm.
comparatively. And sleep is highest or if you make a pyramid of
Yeah.
this things that you should be doing, sleep is here. The first element is sleep, then
Mm.
comes the other thing, then comes the pyramid around it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
sleep is the number one thing. When it comes to stress, now stress is a very big term. There's
It's a
ambiguity around it. There's a
combination
lot
of
of
a
stress
lot
going
of
on.
things, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of things. Like for example, there's peripheral fatigue that
Mm.
also causes stress. Peripheral fatigue is whatever we do regular basis that
Mm.
is adding up some stress, which is
Yeah.
also necessary. By the way, stress is not bad as such. Which is also necessary our body and to grow our even our bodies and all those things.
Mm.
So that is also stress. The stress it can be mental stress, emotional thing it's related to itself. It can be physical stress when you're straining yourself your body. So stress has an impact on the hormone profile. So let's say your all those stress combined. Let's say I'm giving a unit, random unit. I'm making that unit. Let's say that unit is 100.
Mm.
Your body should be capable of and recovering from 100 units, but
Mm.
you're giving 200 units of stress.
Yeah.
Your body is not recovering. When you're not recovering, again the hormonal thing happens. Your hormonal profile goes on a toss because of the
Mm.
stress. So it
Mm.
has to be balanced. There's a certain amount of stress your body can handle. Just try to keep it that much. If let's say due to some reason the stress is high, be it physical stress, be it emotional stress, what you need to do is better stress management
Mm-hmm.
so that is regulated again.
Okay.
Better stress management you need to do, be it physically, be it mentally. Let's say it's more physical stress, then you might have to sleep a little longer, eat
Mm.
more protein, rest more comparatively. At the same time, maybe take few more supplements if needed. For example, magnesium helps a lot. Potassium, high in potassium diet, for example, banana, those things helps a lot in recovery.
Yeah.
So those things again, these are the nitpicking of it. But stress, if you have higher stress, that impacts the hormones.
Mm-hmm.
If your body is capable of certain amount of stress, that and you're giving your body that amount of stress, that is okay. But if you're
Mm.
giving a lot of stress, that's not okay. Just think of a strengthening. Let's say you're doing a bench press. You're
Yeah.
doing 100 kgs of bench press. That much you can handle, but your body can't handle 200. You're giving 200. You're
Yes.
gonna injure yourself.
Yes.
So there's a similar way it is there. You're gonna mess up everything if you're giving higher amount of stress to your body.
Yes. Cool. So we'll come to comments now. I think
Hmm.
you can also see the comments,
Yeah,
right?
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll come from the top. We have a lot of highs, and then SSC aspirant Shri. Uh, what? How do you pronounce this? Hesitism, right? The thing about that facial hair and stuff. I think we already discussed that.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Facial hair again is there. There's
for PCOD, OCP. What is this? For PCOD, can give OCP
for PCOD can give OCP. I guess we're talking about the med.
medicine? Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. Some kind of genetic also with
with
lifestyle
lifestyle.
is
Yes.
yeah. How to
How
identify?
to
We have
identify? We
PCOD that we
already discussed. Yes.
discussed about it.
Adidas
And
bro, love you.
one of my the explore with Shweta is asking, and one of my friend has PCOS. Her period does
Yeah.
not come for 3 4 months. When
Yes.
she take tablets for the head production in body, then her period comes. Is it safe to get a periods for after having PCOD? A PCOS is a safe way to take a safe way to. It's not the most optimal way, and that is in fact this is gonna impact her even worse on a longer term, but doctor have to give it because again, not having periods for 3 4 months
Three, four
is
months. Yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, worse. I've seen those similar cases in PCOS. That's why I said PCOS is much worse.
Mm,
And so again, for her, it is the need of the hour to work on herself, a very good lifestyle, so
mm,
that at this point of time she can take medicines, tablets to get the. But over the course of time, she need to work on herself a lot so that she's not dependent on those tablets. maybe she might have to take just that is once a year or let's say once in 2 years. But it is not the safest way. It is not the right way because this impacts even further.
Hmm. So Lakshmi Chaitra and I'm trying to I'm trying harder to lose weight, but I'm not losing weight because of PCOD. I think that's what we have discussed in this whole
Yeah,
video.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hi
correct.
bro,
Uh,
how are you? Okay, love from Mysore. My weight is 60 kg and I have fat at my belly and chest. If I lose my weight, I'll get below the BMI index. What to do?
That's with a lot of men. That is a lot of men that Indian men are skinny. We call it like if you search, we are getting racial
I
profiles
think
also. Okay, racial,
BMI is
yeah.
not the right metrics to measure, I guess.
Yeah, it is right, but just that when it comes to BMI, it also at least tell us that okay, this much weight your body should be having. A
It's
rough,
different
a
for
very
Indian
rough
men,
thing.
right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
different.
Every minute is different, but it's still
Yeah,
for someone. If I his question is quite valid because if he lose a lot of weight even now because he has to lose weight to lose
yeah.
the fat, and if he lose further because he end up looking very skinny.
He has to
The
gain
question is
muscle.
absolutely right, and yeah, he has the
He
only
has to
thing that
gain muscle.
Mukul has to do right now is to gain muscle mass.
Yeah,
But at the first place, he needs to lose some body fat because if he has more fat in the
yeah.
belly and chest, he need to lose more body fat. But do the strength training on a regular basis.
Yes.
5 to 6 days of strength training on a regular basis. Start building some amount of muscle mass while losing. It is possible. If you're starting for the first time, it is possible to
I
do
think
that.
he can just eat in maintenance and his body will recom for a bit, I guess. If he's new
Even
to
if
this,
even no no even if he's in deficit, he'll gain some muscle
he'll
mass.
gain some muscle. Okay.
He some gain muscle mass, but after that he can be on maintenance. So
Yeah.
that of course he can be in maintenance for some time to gain a little bit of more muscle mass, and then
Mhm.
eventually keep building it or building over it. So keeping long term strategy can be to keep being on maintenance a little lower of a maintenance and keep do the strengthening. But strengthening is the key. 6 days or 5 to 6 days of workout.
Yeah. Reason for 2 period a month and what's the solution for this early period? I think we already discussed that
Yes, yes,
the
yeah.
other day.
Good lifestyle and working out helps. If you're not working out on a regular basis, do the workouts on a regular basis. And if you're eating, drinking a lot of those hot like ginger waters and stuff, a lot of times this doctor recommends on that a lot of like older people recommend you that drink ginger water for periods. If you're
Yeah.
having that a lot, stop it. Then you'll not get the that early because I've seen a lot of girls doing that, drinking ginger water
Yeah.
uh, that also impacts it.
And also, we have another question. I think they have written it in
Hmm.
Kannada, so I'll just
Hmm.
translate it for you. I'll
Sure.
just put my phone on charge. It's almost gonna
Yeah.
die. Okay. So, bro, 4 to 5 months periods ಆಗದೆ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಸಮ್ ಮೆಡಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಒಂದು ಮಂತಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ವೈಸ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಪ್ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಮಂತ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಮತ್ತೆ ದೇ ಡಿಡಂಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಸೊ ದೇ ಡಿಡಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಫಾರ್ 4 to 5 months and they went to the hospital and they gave some medication and after taking that medication they had 2 periods in a month and after that in the upcoming months they didn't get periods. So what's the reason for it? Like it's PCOS or PCOD?
It can be PCOS, it can be PCOD.
Mhm.
Have to go to a good doctor where they will analyze everything and suggest in a better way and do the proper analysis. It can be PCOS, it can be PCOD. In both the cases, there is possibility of
Mm.
that. See, the PCOD is more common. So our educated guess would always go towards PCOD because that is
Hoping
a more
it's
common
not
syndrome.
PCOS. Yeah.
Uh, oh yeah, correct. Higher chances of having it PCOD itself. There are very high chances. It's
Mm.
just the educated best, but at the same time, you have to go to a good doctor who is do spend some time with you and
Yeah.
analyze the all the symptoms.
Yeah. And Ramya, I had PCOD from the beginning. Now I'm 36 years old. I take lot of treatment, but for this, but no use.
When you say no use, if you're have done a lifestyle, I just wanted to know that if you've done a lifestyle modification or not. I would highly recommend that you do the lifestyle modification, workout, regular workout, diet, exercise, sleep. If you're working, if you're taking care of those things, there are high chances that the treatment that you're working right now with the doctor,
Mhm.
that the effectiveness of treatment gonna shoot up.
The
That's gonna
response will
work
be
for
better.
sure. Yeah, response will be much better.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have another interesting question here. Actually, I forgot to add this. PCOS are any impact in pregnancy? PCOS, PCOD.
Yes.
That's the
Yes,
main thing, I
it
guess.
does. It does. It
Yeah.
does. It does. It impacts the overall cycle. It gets the fertility a lot. Your
Mm.
fertility goes for a toss, and that impacts that. And that's where it again is very important to do a lifestyle modification to get rid of these conditions. It's very difficult to get conceive in these conditions, and
Yeah.
there are more complications also
Yes.
in pregnancies. Even happen. There are more complications also pre and post both
Mm-hmm.
post-pregnancy both. So yes, it does impact. And PCOS specifically, than PCOD, PCOS even more. There are even more complications that can happen.
Yeah. And space explore. How to start gymming for new beginners? Is yoga better? It's isn't it mandatory to go for gym? Is yoga enough?
Yoga again, yoga the how the pathway is entirely different. So take it in a different way. You do the yoga for your mental health, your physical stability, flexibility, mobility.
Mm.
First, strength, gaining strength for regulating your periods, like we were discussing in this topic,
Mm.
regulating periods, hormones, and those things. This is the strength training. So combination of both would be the best.
Combination of
Would be
both.
best bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, combination of both would be the best bet.
What is the reason for 2 period a month and solution for this? I
Again, consult a doctor
Yeah.
regarding it. And like I mentioned, that if you're taking ginger water or something, those things, please stop it. Anything which is like too hot, let's say your grandmother, mother have told you, just please stop that. If you're
Home
already doing it at the
remedies.
same time,
Uh,
or like this, that.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
those home remedies, yeah. Stop it. And at the same time, strength training, weight training, working out on a regular basis, it helps in regulating the cycle. So
Mm.
that is again thing. And you might need some medications also. There are some medications around it. For temporary basis, you might need it. So do consult your doctor. They will give you those temporary. Again, I'm saying try to keep these medications, whatever the medications are there for PCOD, PCOS, all those medications have some complications.
Mm-hmm.
All those, there is no medication that doesn't have those medications have more complications. So
Mm.
it's better to, you need to have it initially because you need to get rid of get condition,
Yeah.
but try to get rid of that condition as soon as possible so that you
Yes.
can stop those medications.
Yes. Vinuta, what is solution for PCOD and weight loss? We have discussed. This video was regarding that thing. We have discussed everything.
Mhm.
Um, till now, doctor gave me a. It's Ramya again. Till now, doctor gave me a supplement for delayed period, and I gained 2 to 3 kg weight in a year. What to do for this problem? Is it yeah, Utsav, is it the thing if you take medication you gain weight?
There are some medications which impacts again your hormones, and because of that,
Mm.
eventually your there's the insulin resistance even goes for a toss, and there are chances that you gain weight because of the medicines.
Okay.
There are such certain medications, even I have seen in my practice, there are certain medications that can cause make you gain weight, and that's where I said that because you need to do the lifestyle modification so that you can get rid of those medication as soon as possible. You
Yeah.
can still lose weight eating having those medications, but the results will be, let's say, 70% slower,
Mm-hmm.
70-80% slower because of those medications. So you need to get rid of those medications soon. You might
Okay.
need to take the medication because the doctor is recommending, and that is necessary at that point of time.
Yeah.
But later on, you need to get rid of that medication. That is the only solution right now for you, I would say. But start working on a serious note, on a like a mission. Start working as a mission on your
Mm.
lifestyle. Sleep, work, optimize it to the best. Good sleep, good diet, good workout. I'm pretty sure within 5-6 months itself, you can get rid of that medication.
Okay. And the
I've
last
seen that
question.
people losing it. Yeah, people getting rid of that in my practice.
Yeah. So the last question we'll take is had hypothyroidism, it's reversed now, and I'm not able to gain weight. Oh, that's good. It's not a question. It's an achievement unlocked there,
Yeah. What
which
was
is
that?
really
Sorry,
good.
I missed that.
No, she's just saying that she had hypothyroidism. It's reversed
What's the
now,
name?
and I'm
Oh,
not
what's the name?
it's a last comment, and I'm not able
Okay.
to gain.
Still
I'm
Lakshmi.
not able to
Not
gain
able
weight.
to come.
Is
No, no.
it like uh,
Hypothyroidism. Okay. Is
hypothyroidism
not
and not able to gain weight? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sure. I guess now she wants to gain weight. Now she wants to gain some weight. Her body weight might be lower now,
Mm-hmm.
and she wants to gain weight. He are unable to gain weight. Again, for gaining weight, the first recommendation I give is not directly eat more. What I usually recommend, do the strength training.
Strength training and
Strength training.
proper diet.
Then eventually, yeah, eventually working on the diet that will eventually help you on a longer term. But
Mm.
start strength training. That also impacts you. There is a leptin and ghrelin hunger hormones that works
Yeah,
around the because of the our fat cells produces it and it works around when you're working out. It regulates again.
yeah.
So start working at it.
I think that that advice of just eat more to gain weight, I think it's very very stupid because people don't
Hmm.
understand. They'll just convert everything into fat.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
getting
yeah, correct,
converted into
correct.
any muscle.
Hmm. Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
yeah. Um, okay. Cool. I think we'll just end here. Any
Yeah, sure.
closing remarks? Any advice? Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, so to wrap this up, I would say that these conditions are quite unfortunate to have. You
Mm-hmm.
don't have any control over it. You don't have at all. You are not. It's not your fault, but it is what it is. You need to accept. See, life is unfair for all of us. The life is unfair. I know a lot of people that they have been blessed with something, they have been cursed with something. There are some or the other thing. They're always there. You can't do anything about it. What you can do is what is in your control. What it is in your control is working on yourself. It is not gonna just help you physically, mentally also it helps you when you're working on your when you're getting in a healthier lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
It helps you entirely. Like I mentioned, when you have the power to change your generations.
Mm-hmm.
There is a genetic coding
Yeah.
and you have a power to change generations. Do it for yourself, do it for your upcoming generations, but at the first place, take some action, improve your lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. I know it's tougher. It's tougher for you, but just don't blaming it. I know I don't have condition myself,
Yeah.
and this is the first one time I get to hear this because you don't know that you don't have this condition. Of course,
Yes.
I don't know I don't have that condition, but I being empathetic, I can understand this. The frustration, I can understand that. I myself have been quite overweight at a certain point of time. I've lost a lot of weight, gained back. I've myself got a lot of injuries and stuff. I can understand those things that it gets very difficult. It's not that easy. And
Yeah.
it's a big achievement. Just start working on it. Start working on it as soon as possible, and just don't blame it on just these conditions all the time. When you keep blaming it and you keep saying you are attracting it even more
Mm-hmm.
towards you. So just keep doing do that.
Yeah.
That's the final remark I would say.
Yeah. So I think it's just lead a healthy lifestyle, lift weights, do strength training. Someone has asked what is normal training, strength training, and also someone has asked, I can't do gym, but everyday yoga at home. Guys, like if you are able to take like 30 minutes just to hit the gym, go hit the gym. Because a lot of people, or you can get some weights at home. You can start lifting at home itself if it's possible, but lift weights. That's what I'd say. um and
Absolutely.
yeah, just take care of yourself, girls. Like focus on your health, focus on your what you're eating, eat right, lift, stress management, sleep. If you have to wrap it up, if you lead a healthy lifestyle, you will avoid a lot of things. If you have it, you can reduce it. If you don't have it, you will stay away from it. So just do that. I know
Mm.
like it's
Absolutely.
it's a little difficult for girls to manage everything, and it's not that easy for them when we compare it to ourselves. But yeah, you have to do it. That's it. Take action. Simple. And Utsav, if someone wants to reach out to you, how would they do
So
it?
if anyone wants to reach out to me, not just only for coaching, I coach people. If they want to get a proper coaching, you can contact me. If you want to just have normal questions, reach out to me on Instagram. That's the best way. Reach out to me. My Instagram handle is Coach Utsav, CoachUtsav, Coach Utsav. Otherwise, if you're not on Instagram, you can always email me. Email is my utsav@fitter.com. I'm associated with a company called Fitter, and this is not FITTER, it is FITTR. So utsav, UTSAV @ fitter.com, fittr.com. So you can email me or you can reach out to me on Instagram anytime, Coach Utsav. If you're not even on Instagram, if you don't want even the email, I'm also on Twitter on the same handle, that Coach Utsav. So everywhere it's just Coach Utsav. If you search, you will get my
I
thing.
will
I've been
put
working with for 10 years. Yeah.
I'll put the information in the description. So this
Sure.
session will be published on my YouTube. So if someone is watching on YouTube, so every detail will be in the description. You can contact Utsav. Yeah, that was a very interesting session, Utsav. Thanks a lot. Two guys discussing about this issue.
Ye- Yes, and I've seen this comment that this is a really good comment. Two gentlemen talking a sensitive topic. Kudos. This is the best comment we got. The shine the yes. This is really like a very good comment. I'll take a screenshot of
Yes,
this
yeah,
comment. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So that's cool.
Can you take Vishal? Can you take a screenshot of this because I'm unable to take a screenshot of this with a live thing and this comment. Two gentlemen taking a sensitive because this is a really
Yes,
good comment. Very great comment.
got it, got it, got it. That's
Cool.
cool stuff. Yeah, it was very interesting, Utsav. I got to learn a lot too. And as guys, I think I'd encourage if someone is watching as a guy, please watch this video. At least you'll get to know what your mom is dealing, your sister is dealing,
Absolutely.
your partner is dealing. So I think even guys should be aware of these issues and stuff. So
Absolutely.
that's why I wanted to have this session for my knowledge to help my audience, female audience, and even male to educate male audience. That's it. So yeah, it was pretty good, Utsav. Thanks for having this call with us. And if people want another call regarding this issue or something, we can something in the future. We can do something in the future. We
100%.
will also
100%.
discuss a lot of other topics as well
Yeah.
coming forward. Yeah,
Anytime. Yeah.
cool.
Awesome.
Perfect. Then.
Sounds good. See you guys. Take care. Thank you, Vishal.
Thanks, Utsav.
It was fun. Yeah. Cool.
Bye.
Bye.